It's a lovely morning today. It's 9. I'm starting a little later today. Well, okay. So there's this giant clover field right here at the school that I practice at or whatever. There's this giant clover field. I'm gonna do 40 triple jumps today. We're getting all 120 stars again. I don't know how good I'm gonna do though, because I ran 100-meter I ran like 60-meter wind sprints. I ran 12 wind sprints yesterday, which isn't a lot, but I'm trying to work on my top speed too. But I ran wind sprints yesterday and my legs are sore as hell. Like, I've been doing this exercise every morning to like improve my like one-step speed and my vertical, and then I run twice a week. So yesterday was my wind sprint day, and that's a tough day as it is. The 400 day is the realest day though. I'm about to do the 400 tomorrow, and hopefully I run closer to 110. If I run a 110 400, that's not good. That's bad actually, but for a 34-year-old, that's actually kind of good. Okay, long story short, there's a clover field right here though, and like the other day I spent an hour like looking through the clover field because 4-leaf clovers do exist. So when I was a little kid, I was like 7 or 8 years old. This was before the internet. One day, I was like at this guy's house. My dad lived at this guy's house. We lived at one of his friend's houses for a while. And I was over there, and this guy had this huge snake. He had like this 10-foot snake. And I didn't really want to be around the snake. So I went outside, and there's this huge clover field, and I'm like 7 years old. This is before the internet. And all day, for whatever reason, as a 7-year-old, before the internet, before I even knew 4-leaf clovers were real, I spent all day looking through this field. This is like 1995, 1994. And I found one. Before the internet. This is before the internet. I found a 4-leaf clover. So obviously I was like elated, right? I was like, wow, a 4-leaf clover. I didn't even know these existed. Like, this is 1995. So I gave it to my dad. And he put it in a book, and I think he gave it to somebody in a business meeting. Long story short though, so I know 100% that 4-leaf clovers exist. Because I found one once when I was a little kid, which is like a weird thing for a little kid to do, I might add. And like, it's crazy today, like you go on the internet, and apparently a 4-leaf clover is 1 in 10,000. I want to say last time, or when I was 10 years old or whatever, I want to say it took me about 5 hours to find one, give or take. Well, okay, that backstory aside, that backstory aside, they, that wasn't a squeak, that was more like a jump, but in my lungs, and I'm tired yet I'm talking. I think that was 6. That was 6 or 7. 8. Okay, long story short, I'm going to go clover hunting again. And not only that, clover hunting might be low-key one of my favorite things to do. Those weren't very good, those last two. Again, I'm sore today. But yeah, so if you see me in a field of clovers, on my hands and knees, looking at all the clovers, I'm looking for a 4-leafer. And they do exist. I'm dead set on finding another one. Although I've only found one in my life. I want to laminate it. That's like one of the coolest things in the world if you got a laminated 4-leaf clover. Before the internet, that was like folklore. Like, I would tell people, like, I found one once. They'd be like, no, you didn't. You know, before the internet, like, people didn't even know that shit was real. Like, shit's crazy. That's like just one of those weird little stories. People find weird shit all the time. You know, they still got shipwrecks where the gold comes on shore on the east coast of Florida. It's wild. I found an arrowhead up north in Michigan once that had to be almost the size, it was almost like a spearhead. It had to be 4 inches long. Like, that was cool too. I wish I still had that too. I would buy an arrowhead or two on eBay because those are pretty cool actually. Now I'm talking about buying arrowheads on eBay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 120 stars. Let's go. 2, 3. 4. I feel a little lighter on my feet today, but I don't know, we'll see. I ate junk food again yesterday though. The junk food's holding me back a little bit, but that's life too. You know, if you don't have like a wife cooking you homemade meals, it's hard to eat healthy every day. Like, I think that's 4 or 5. Oh, 4. This is a tough workout. 40 triple jumps is a lot. I just think it's funny because we're paying kids to play video games now on Twitch TV. Some of these kids on Twitch, man, if they would apply themselves at literally anything else other than N64, some of these kids would be great at anything. And that's the other thing I'm dealing with in rap right now, is they don't want the white people rapping. Because if you look at like Twitch TV and how insane some of these people take video games, then you see like the level that some of these people take shit. The rappers don't want that. So like, there's a lot of different things going on right now. Twitch TV is crazy though too. I've been watching Twitch lately. The Resident Evil remakes are like fucking movies. 6 or 7. 6. 4 more. 7. 3 more. 8. 2 more. Let's go. Woo! My abs, it hurts your abs too. It's crazy. It's a good workout. It's exactly the area I need to work out. Obviously my jump isn't that great, so I can improve it. If I start triple jumping 25 feet, look out. My long jump right now is about 7 feet, which isn't great, but it's not that bad either. But today I'm not running, and then I'm going to do the 400 either tomorrow or the next day, depending on how sore this makes me. Hopefully I run closer to 110, 115. If I run a 120, so be it. Like, again, you know, it is what it is. Okay, set 3. Set 3, let's go. 20 more triple jumps for 120 stars. 1, 19 to go. 18 to go. Woo! Woo. 18, 17 to go. 16 to go. Those were weaker. Woo. It's like getting whipped. I feel like Kunta Kinte. Whip me again, slave master. Whip me again. It hurts, man. I'm not gonna lie. 16 to go. You know, and then you look at pro sports, and they try to make us feel like it's racial. It's not racial, man. Some of these motherfuckers just work at this shit, just like I'm doing right now. And they want to keep that shit in the family. Just like the fucking auto companies want to keep that shit in the family. Like, again, just the way things look aren't always the way things are. Like, 15 more. Woo! Let's go. Oh, 14 more. Woo! Ah, 13 more. The more you're sore, the more it works. I hate to feel that way. There's a time when I didn't work out when I was sore, because I thought, you know, maybe I'd be risking injury. Right now, I don't know if I feel that way. I think I gotta go as hard as I can, try to get in as good a shape as I can, while I still can. 12 more. Whew. 11 more. He just doesn't work hard enough. He just doesn't work hard enough. Meanwhile, these pencil pushing fat fucking old people don't ever do this a day in their life, and they lecture me about hard work constantly. It's wild. Ten more. You know we finna finish. You know we finna finish. 9 more. Woo! If it was easy, everybody would do it. And then that's what they say. When in reality, it wasn't always this hard either. 8 more. Woo! All 120 stars. Woo! You don't play around here. How many of these do you think Russell Westbrook does? Probably about 50 to 100. If I had to guess. Probably 5-6 times a week. Six more, right? 6 or 5, we'll call it 6. I ain't shorting myself. Kidding me? 5 more. Woo! It's a deep pain. It's a different pain. Like that lower abs area, this works all that. Which is like where a lot of people are weak. You know? I'm not gonna lie, I got a little muffin top. We trying to fix that. Like 4 more. You gotta body shame yourself a little bit. That's another trick to it. I'm so fucking fat. I'm so fucking fat. Nobody likes me. Oh, I'm so alone. I'm so alone. Then you carry your ass to the weight room, you lift the fucking weights. Ideally the heaviest ones. 3 more. Let's go. But then, this is what's been happening lately. Then people do that, and they overcome like whatever little petty bitch shit they were going through, and they think that they're hard workers all of a sudden. Oh, I never sat around complaining, I just overcame it. And then the people, you know, who were sitting there crying act like they're tough guys. So then you look at it both ways. 3 more. 2 more. Okay, because a lot of these people, then they overcome one thing and they act like they're fucking, you know, David Goggins and shit. They think everyone else is just complaining because they overcame college or some weak ass shit like that. 1 more. Woo! That last one, I had nothing.